Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and make predictions for next week's top 5. And I'm just going to let you guys know right away that I'm a little bit tired because yesterday was a very busy Christmas for me. So if this episode seems like I'm tired, it's because I was busy yesterday and I just saw the results for the box office. So let's go over it. Last week I predicted that number 1 would be Rogue One, number 2 would be Assassin's Creed, number 3 would be Sing, number 4 would be Passengers, and number 5 would be Why Him, and I only got 1 out of 5 of my predictions right, so let's get right on into what actually happened. Number 1 was actually Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. That was the only prediction I got right. It made $64 million this weekend, and that adds to a domestic total of $286 million, so it just got its $200 million budget back domestically, and it is on its way of doubling its budget domestically, but on the worldwide chart, it is already on its way to tripling that budget because it is at $555 million worldwide, which is very good for this movie. It's going straight to 600, which means it'll get a triple budget, and hopefully that opens the door for more Star Wars anthology movies because that's something I'd really be interested in. I'm pretty sure they already did it, they already started thinking up more anthology movie ideas after its first weekend, but still, I want to see more anthology films from the Star Wars universe. But anyways, number 2 was Sing. This weekend it made $35 million, and that adds to a total domestically of 55. And I'm saying total because even though Sing did open on Friday, this Passengers and Assassin's Creed also opened up on Wednesday, so it's been out for a couple more days. Why Him got an official release on Friday, but Sing, Passengers, Assassin's Creed officially released on Wednesday. That's okay, and that adds to a total of 55 million domestically, and on a worldwide charts, it is at 93 million, so it's already almost at 100 million. I think this is like Illumination's lowest grossing movie. I'm not sure if that's true, but this is still not bad for them because their budget is 75 million. They're like the cheaper animation company compared to DreamWorks or Pixar, but they still pump out really great animation quality. I'm not talking about the overall movie, but the animation quality in said movie. It needs to get 150 million to double its budget, and I think it'll definitely get that. Number 3 was Passengers. This weekend it made $14 million, and that adds to a domestic total of 22 million. And unfortunately, Passengers has a tremendous budget of $110 million. So maybe the studio releasing this movie should have rethought its release of not only near Christmas time, but a week after Star Wars. I mean, you could have just pushed it back to next year, and it honestly wouldn't have even mattered. But that's still kind of a bummer that it's not doing well, but according to Nate, who runs Stupid Beagle Reviews, this movie was not very good, and also a couple other people said the same thing, so who cares. Number 4 was Why Him. This movie honestly did a little bit better than I thought it would as far as ranking goes. This movie made $11 million, and that it doesn't add to a total, I'm sorry. This is on a budget of $38 million. I definitely don't think it'll be able to double it because it'd need to get 76 million, and with an opening of 11 million, I just don't think they'll be able to do it. It's kind of difficult to say that this is like a horrible opening since it was released on the weekend of Christmas, and Christmas is already so busy. Who has the time to go out to the movies? I know, but maybe this movie will stick around next weekend and make more money and actually be able to double its budget, but I'm not really sure. Number 5 was Assassin's Creed. This weekend it made $10 million, only 10, and that adds to a domestic total of only $17 million. And if you check the worldwide chart, it is only at $36 million. And yes, it does have an incredibly high budget of $125 million. So not only is this another bomb for 20th Century Fox financially and critically, but they planned 2 other movies. They're planning a trilogy of these, and now it's probably not even going to happen. This was honestly expected. People were legitimately saying, you know what, Warcraft wasn't too good, but this is going to be the movie that changes the way video game movies are made, and apparently not. Guys, just don't trust video game movies. Just don't trust them. Go in with the lowest expectations, because chances are, at this point, if we can't even get a good Assassin's Creed movie or a Warcraft movie, then there's no hope. Maybe Uncharted will do it, but once again, they failed at Assassin's Creed. So number 6, moving on, was Mwana this weekend. It made $7 million, and that adds to a total of $180 million. And on the worldwide chart, it is at $327 million. That's very good. It was able to double its budget of $150 million, which I believe is its budget. I'm not sure if that's officially it, but most of the Disney animations nowadays cost around that, so I'm gonna say that it does. Just compared to the other ones, this is very good for Moana. Number 7 was Fences. It was released limitedly for a while. It only made like near $100,000, but now it's expanded to other theaters, and it made $6 million, and that's pretty good. But its budget is $24 million, and it'll need to be able to get past $48 million to double the budget and be considered a success. But maybe since it is an Oscar type movie, maybe it'll be able to do that. Number 8, a movie that I still need to see, La La Land. This weekend it made $5,729,000, and that adds to a total of $13 million. But on the worldwide chart, it is at $35 million. And since its budget is at $30 million, it needs to get to $60 million to be considered a financial success. It just needs $25 million more dollars. And since it is like the most popular Oscar contender movie out there, I have no doubt in my mind that a lot more people will go out to see it, and I definitely need to go out and see it because it's released, like, even though like Christmas Day was supposed to be when it was released wide everywhere, it's still not playing in some theaters near me. There's one theater that's a little bit far, but I can still make it. I just need to plan a day to go see it, especially before the year ends. Anyways, number 9 was Office Christmas Party. This weekend it made $5,115,000, and that adds to a domestic total of $42 million. And it needs $3 million to get past its budget of $45, but on the worldwide chart, apparently it's doing very well. It is at $81 million, so it only needs $9 million more dollars in total to get past the doubling point of $45 million and be considered a success. And it makes sense that more people did go out to see it this weekend, since, Christmas, Office Christmas Party, who cares? And finally, number 10, Collateral Beauty. This weekend it made $4 million, and that adds to a domestic total of $15 million. And if you want like worldwide numbers, it's at $29 million, and its budget is at $36, so it needs $72 million, and there's no way it's going to get there. This movie quickly got buried. Now, time for the fun part, the predictions for next week's top 5, and I think Hidden Figures is going to be released in more theaters and more people will go out to see it, but if I'm wrong, oh well, I probably just botched my whole predictions. But I'm going to say number 1 will be Rogue One again, number 2 will be Sing, number 3 will be Hidden Figures, number 4 will be Passengers, and number 5 will be Why Him. But what are your predictions for next week's top 5? Leave them in the comments below, and if you got your predictions right for this week, you're going to get a shout out right now. Unless you didn't get it right, then I'm sorry. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher, and I hope you had a really Merry Christmas.